Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I am Lewis Porter Jr. and today, we gotta talk about some good stuff. This is a tough one. This one, just really simply put, is stop blaming others and just ask why people aren't buying your book, or specifically in this case, your comic book. And you can really attach the word comic book to anything. Role-playing game, music, art piece, whatever it is. Because I've noticed a lot of people have come out of late complaining that no one is supporting them. No one is, buying their products. And I've always thought that was a weird position to come from. I'm of the feeling that if you are making a product, you should spend all your time gaining interest in the product you've made and getting people to support you. I mean, that's really the name of the game. If people like what you're doing, they're going to support you. And they're going to support you the best way they know how, by buying your product and giving you money. So if people are not giving you money, there's probably something wrong with the product. And I know a lot of you are going to get all real sensitive about this and get upset. Be like, no, my product's amazing. No, dude. No. Sorry. The people have spoken. If they're not giving you money, they don't think it's worth it. Now, don't get me wrong. I made products that I made for myself that didn't sell. I made a product on dogs for role-playing games. Man's Best Friend. I made it years ago. I knew it wasn't going to be a big seller. I think I maybe sold 20 copies, and the entire 15-plus years has been online for sale. But it doesn't matter to me. I made that thing. I'm proud of it. It's a good book. But that's not what people wanted. If people wanted it, they would have bought it. Simple. If people want it, they would have buy it. It happens all the time. Companies make ideas they think will work out well, and people will support. I'll tell you my favorite one of late. Marvel Comics and New Warriors. Marvel Comics, the last New Warriors series, it never even came out. It got canceled. It did a grand opening, grand closing. People talked about it like there isn't a positive I can use for this. They presented a new group of heroes they wanted to create for New Warriors. And I, one, was like, okay, great, a New Warriors book. This will be fun. This will be interesting. The characters that they introduced were god-awful. God-awful. I mean, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? That was insane. And they pulled the product before it ever came out. I got to be thankful for it. But it was like, if they had put that product out, it would have just been ridiculous. I mean, look, I'm a New Warriors fan from the first series that was done by Fabian Nicieza and Mark Bagley. I still think that's one of my favorite teen groups. It made a lot of sense. At that time, I was in my early 20s, so it was that perfect age for me to get that kind of comic. So I was like, everything about it I loved. I thought the first 25 issues are golden pieces of fun writing. It's a well put together series, enjoyable, and it was good. It was good. How they just put this most recent idea, and it was just a crappy idea. Oh my God, it just looked bad. I didn't understand why it looked so bad. I didn't understand what they were trying to do. I mean, I'm all for inclusion, but holy cow, I don't know what that was. That wasn't inclusion. That wasn't smart. That wasn't even well put together. I just don't understand what they did. And that happens sometimes. Don't get me wrong. That happens in a creative process. People put together things that don't really work out. And they don't. And they got to take their L. But the problem is, most people don't want to take an L. Most people want to cry and be like, oh, you guys don't like me for this reason, that reason. No, man. It was not well put together. It was not good. Not good. If it's not good, people aren't going to buy it. If it's good, people buy it. And then people always scream, oh, this person. And music, prime example of this. Now, music is also marketed to death. But notice, they market it to death. They tell you it's the best thing going. You may hate I can't stand Beyonce. Beyonce is not for me. There's nothing about Beyonce that I find exciting. People love Beyonce. She gonna sell 1 billion copies. That's great. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I'm a Rage Against the Machine fan. I'm a Public Enemy fan. That's what I like. And nobody said it better than Public Enemy. Who gives a damn about a goddamn Grammy? That's how I feel. I'm like, I like what I like. So, but if you're not making the sales you want, have the basic guts, some testicular fortitude to ask the tough question of, why does my product suck? And don't ask friends. Your friends are going to lie to you because they're your friends. They care about you. They're going to take care of you no matter what. That's a good friend. You got to love that. But ask people who don't like you. Ask people who don't have a vested interest. Ask them a tough question like, would you buy this book? Is this book garbage? Do you think this book is garbage? Or even, you want to be real tough about it? Fake who you are, put online, and talk bad about the book and see how people respond to it. And see what they can't stand about it. Because if someone spent money on something and they felt like they got ripped off, they're going to tell you, oh, I bought this thing, it was horrible. Da, 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 da. And people do that all the time. People rarely give good reviews, but they always give bad reviews. And if you've done something bad and that you maybe didn't know about, take a couple seconds out, see what it says, and actually go, hey, let me see if I can fix this. Let me see if I can make this better. Let me see if I can maybe do another one down the road that isn't like this that people want to buy or people want to give me money for. Too many people get tied up in the whole little stupidity of like their ego being attached to it. Forget your ego. Put your ego to the side. Make a great product. Then you don't have to worry about it. But if you half-ass it, you got to take that L. Everybody takes an L. How you handle the L you take says a lot about you. If you're cursing at people and yelling at them and saying they're stupid, one of my favorite times that happened, Larry Stroman did that. Larry Stroman freaked out, put this whole thing, this tirade online, complaining, and I'm like, what are you doing? How are you going to complain and then ask your customers to buy you something in the same breath? No, just take the L silently, figure out the problem is and fix it. Adjust and move on. But no one wants to do that. People want to cry. People want to cry. Oh, woe is me. Feel bad for me. Hey, those guys who are telling you, oh, we're patting you on the back going, don't worry, it's okay. They ain't your friends. Those guys telling you, I paid money and it sucks and I want my money back and I'll never buy anything from this guy, those are your real friends because they're telling you the truth. Because they spent the money on it and you didn't give them the respect that they wanted for it. Now, do I listen to everybody says it? God, no. Some people have an axe to grind. But you know when you put good work and you know you've done, I just do a little bit. My teacher, she'll sign off on that. You know, we all know that from grade school. I'm going to do just enough to get through. And then when you get a C, y'all like, I'm outraged. How did I get a C? Because you did C work. Don't act like you don't know. No, you did C work. You know you did. Take the L, keep it moving. That's all you got to do. Too many people out there acting all foolish, acting all, oh, how dare they? No, how dare you put together some piece of garbage, try to serve it like crap on a plate and say, oh, it's not crap, it's ice cream. Come on, man. Get out of here. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. This is what this little video is. Maybe it's a little rant. Maybe just me telling you the truth. Maybe it's me telling you something you haven't heard before. Or even better, maybe I'm telling you something that you know is true deep in your heart, but you needed to hear it from me. If you did a crappy job on something, just admit it. Do better next time and move on. That's all I'm saying. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will talk to you all later. Hey, thank you for checking out my channel. Do me a favor, check out my other videos, and if you like what you see, subscribe.